time to shine. Yeah, woo! Banana boat, Shasha, hey. Let's get it. Yeah, let's shine. We gon' shine, you gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine. Hey, I gon' shine, you gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine. And there ain't nothing to it, yeah. I gon' shine, you gon' shine, we gon' shine. Let's get it. I gon' shine, you gon' shine tonight. Ha, shine. Gotta be right. Radiators light, futures in sight. Winner takes flight. Shining is my life, yeah, that's right. Shining is my life, yeah, that's right.
Hey, guys, thank you for joining me for another week of Live Beyond the Beat. I am your host, Dr. Tranell Steward, and we got a good one for you again this week. We got award-winning Christian hip-hop artist, Miss Shasha Music here with us today, and you guys are going to love this interview, love this woman of God, love the music, love the videos, and as usual, we will be airing her videos here, and this one has 2 videos that will be airing today because she has a new one that came out. So we're so excited to air that for you today, but we're also excited to get into this interview. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Miss Shasha Music right on with us. Please welcome our guest for the evening. All right. We here with Miss Shasha Music. All right, Miss Shasha, we want to give you a chance to introduce yourself. Go right on in. My motto is, can't nobody tell our story like we can. So you introduce yourself to the viewers here today.
Hello, everybody. This is your Turn Up Queen, Shasha Music in the building. I'm a mom, a rap artist, graphics designer, photography person, consultant, prayer warrior. It's your girl. It's me, Shasha Music. Thank you for the opportunity to be on your show.
Amen.
But yeah, yes, ma'am.
Amen. Well, I'm glad to have you on. I want to take a few minutes, and I know I've heard about the Haitian American background, so I really wanted to hear a little bit more about that. How does your cultural background affect the music? And we're going to get into the music because it's dope. We're going to get into that, but we definitely want to hear the background, the cultural influence of the music that you have out today.
Okay, so born and raised in South Florida I have Haitian parents, Haitian family, and the thing about it is that, I grew up with a lot of Black and African Americans and grew up with a lot of Haitians because that's how my family is. You go to a family reunion, we're speaking in Creole. Very few of us are speaking in English. And so just in my music, I wanted to infuse the two because for me, I didn't have a choice growing up whether to choose which side I was going to grow up with. I was with the both, and I wanted music to reflect that. I released a song called just the visuals to the song called Amway, and it just is from Haitian Flag Day. We have it every year, and I just wanted to give people a little taste of what they were going to get when the album releases next month, that it's just not all going to be all urban, not all hip hop, and not all African American culture, but you're going to get a piece of the pieces of me.
All right. And I definitely want to get Amway played here on Beyond the Beat. I did see the visual for that, and I am excited to get that in air for the viewers here. We will be airing Shine here at the end of this interview, but definitely want to get Amway in there so that they can experience that as well. So let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit to the childhood. I'm gonna just throw this one in here. When did you first start getting excited about rap music and different things like that? What got you into that?
When I was younger, I started doing poetry, and just as a way to express myself, just as a way to kind of like I didn't know how to just express it to people. And then from there, me and some girls, we did like talent shows or whatever in high school, middle school, but it wasn't for God until, I got saved again and again and again. Because my mom always brought us up in church. She always gave us the free will, what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And with that, from there, I just did it as a hobby from place to place, from time to time. And the more I grew my relationship with God, the more and more it became more spiritual based music. So that's pretty much how the beginning of it started. But to take it seriously, it happened later on in my later 20s. I'm really trying to do it with with.
Okay. So you started off more secular, but then you had the transition. How was that transition? Because when you got into the music industry, you were already in the Christian hip hop scene, or you were more so doing the Christian hip hop. So the transition didn't happen in the scene.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm 34 years old. People don't even realize that. So you had this era of my life when it was secular music that I was doing and being on radio and things of that nature, fresh out of high school and into college, then get married, and then you zoom like 10 years later, and now I've arrived again, a whole different person. It's like this butterfly effect. I was in my cocoon that whole time, and I developed that. Now it's like, I had a taste of the hood life and the drug dealers and that lifestyle and rapping about it and being out here fast in the streets. But then the Lord had to take me through a time and a period of maturing me, developing me, growing me. And as my relationship grew with him and him giving me an understanding, then I was able to become this person, the Shasha people see today.
Yeah, I will say a little bit on that, because you see so many artists now in the secular music industry that are now converting and going over to the gospel music industry. Because as I spoke with Jesse Mitchell, another Christian hip hop artist on our show last week, and I said one of the artists told me it's easier. He's a secular artist. I said it's not easier. Is the same way that a Christian hip hop artist or a Christian artist in general has to grind just like anybody else. It doesn't make it easier, but because of that stereotype, we have so many artists that are saying, forget it. I can't make it in the secular music industry. Let me hop on over here to the gospel music industry. And it can't be overcrowded, because if we're doing things for God, your gift will make room for you. But what do you say to those who are coming over with that type of mindset?
First and foremost, you won't last, because this is ministry. This is not a game, this is a joke, this is not a quick rich scheme situation. If you're not truly in it for ministry, that everything is going to chew you up and spit you out left and right. And you can try to come in and run the game, and it's not the same. In the secular world, you could be a nobody and poker and get it from club to club to club, and they're paying you. When you have to face situations, church after church ain't paying you, but they're inviting you, what you gonna do? You're gonna invite because it was of the heart or the heart posture of having ministry first. So because it's not ministry to you, looking for that quick bill and that quick dollar, they're not gonna care about the accolades you made in the secular world. They could care less. But until I'm doing this because God called me to do it, that's when you begin to see God elevate you as you humble yourself. But you talk about it's easier. How? Who actually has made it from coming from the secular to the hip hop? Who? What about? You just fly out your mouth. It's really a grind. It moves slow, and a gospel hip hop artist and rap, it's not accepted in every church. It's not accepted in every ministry. I've gotten calls. I need to double check to see if we can allow you to come.
Yeah. Wow. Is that this is what they call the new age stuff. A lot of people are stuck back in the day in the new, ways of music, so to speak, which involves hip hop music, Christian hip hop music. When you put Christian on the front of that, they're like, oh, hold up, no, that's just secular trying to be in the church, and we kind of get mixed up because we have so much of that going on. So therefore, this part of the industry have to create their own path. They have to put on their own concerts. They got to, do the outside of the four walls of the church. But I do believe that's where the true ministry starts. I do believe that's where the true ministry is at. And I believe that God is growing this industry and using artists like you to reach the people that the doors are being closed at the church. The people that can't understand the word that's being spoken out of the pulpit. These are the people that God is calling, people like you, like me, and that are radical in their faith enough to where they can get creative, with the passion that's inside of them and using it to reach those people. So I think it's an awesome thing, but I also think it's a fight, to be accepted. It's always going to be a fight,
But it's not easy.
No.
It's almost like he had to break that down. Now it's easier to get accepted. They ain't gonna boo you. They're gonna say, "Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, glory to God."
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll take on anybody.
Yeah. That's another thing. People, they live for the applause. They live for that type of recognition, and they want that same type of recognition they see everybody else getting, but they don't understand what it took to get there. And all recognition ain't good recognition. Just because you see everybody liking a post or liking them, that doesn't mean that they're really invested or loyal. Because guess what's going to happen if some artists trip up or anything like that? Guess who's going to leave? The following's going to leave. At any point in time, you have loyalty, you have circles of friends, and that's a blessing. But as far as fans, you cannot count on that as a basis of how far you're going to go and how far you're at. You get what I'm saying? So it's got to be ministry first. When you're worried about the right thing, then it'll grow. It'll grow. I heard an entrepreneur say before that really inspired me because I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do a lot of stuff, so I heard somebody say this before: keep your head down, grind. Then when you look back up, you'll realize you have no competition. There's no competition when you're doing the will of God and when you're doing it the way that God put it in you to do, because there's nobody that can be Shasha. There's nobody that can be Dr. Tranell. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You got to have that mindset. Got to have that mindset. So let's talk a little bit about the music industry, the females in the music industry. We hear stories all the time about sexism, the difference between how a male is treated in the industry versus how a woman is treated in the industry. Whether you're a singer, radio personality, somebody that's working with artists, whatever the case may be. What have your experiences been as a female hip hop artist? And I know you've experienced another level, having a male dominated atmosphere that you have to be in. What experience have you had, and what have you learned from those experiences?
Okay. So I'm a very transparent person, so I'm gonna just be honest.
That's what Beyond the Beat all about. Go ahead, girl, get it out.
So I have where, because you seem like a unicorn in this thing or rare, you do get welcomed. But then you have those other experiences where, because I'm the only female on the whole, ticket of the whole show or platform, it's like a competitiveness.
Yeah.
Is or da-da-da. Come forward in boldness and we underestimated. And then you have some people, they'll rather book and pay somebody because they're male, and then you as a female, well, sis, can I
Mm-hmm.
and finagle versus
Yeah.
man, you would
Yeah.
see what my value is,
Yeah.
what is due to me, because gift or invest in the gift like you should. And then you
Yes.
have some people who flirt with you in order to
Mm.
get a service from you. And that
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
is just not,
Yeah.
ain't about the gospel. So you have to stay prayed up. You have to know
Mm-hmm.
what you're called to do. Hone in on your purpose and your call, and
Yeah.
go straight forward. I mean, and because I rely so much on God to be my eyes, my ears, and
Yeah.
also to help me discern, it's been a greater experience, a greater journey. And I can
Awesome.
look back and say, kept me from that. That was you that
Yeah.
kept me from opening up doors.
Yeah.
That was you that allowed me to open up the right door. So it, as a female, and I'm a single female. I don't have no husband, no
Yeah.
boyfriend. That's a judging these things. I don't have a manager. I'm doing it all, and so
Yeah.
I have to have the discernment in a good head that's straight on to say, okay,
Yeah.
this is who you work with, and these are the doors you walk through.
Yeah. Now that says a lot right there, because you have a lot of females that are coming out that may have all those things but still have that struggle, because you have that pull from that people that want to help, or people that are, giving you all of these things, And the one thing I tell everybody, it don't matter what industry you're in, you do not just take the word of somebody just because they want to help you. They putting you on and stuff like that, because guess what? You never know what that payment is going to be later on down the line. It could be a week down the line. It could be months down the line. Like you said, you have to have discernment as a female in any industry, but as a female that has your caliber of skills, you're going to be desired. You're going to be wanted. You get what I'm saying? So on all levels. So you have to be careful and be mindful of that. So you said a mouthful in that, but what would you say to the younger generation of girls? Say your daughter's coming up and she say, Mom, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to rap. I got, I got this on me, this passion in me. What's my first steps? Like, who do I talk to? What do I do first? Give some inspiring words to the next generation that's coming up wanting to do the same thing that you're doing now.
Because you already know you're called and gifted to do what you do, one thing you have to do is definitely stay prayed up, but also count up the cost. What is it gonna cost you to go forward in that? First of all, do you know if you just are doing this therapeutically, we just want to release some music into the atmosphere and see how well it goes? Or are you in this because you're in it for the long haul and you really want to get into the industry and know how this thing works?
Yeah.
So when you count up the cost, release that music, do you have a strategy? Do you have a budget? Because you got to count up the cost of financially, time away from your family, time. You won't have as much time for yourself, rest and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You won't even have, you got to count the cost of, you may not hang out with some friends. People may not like you. You may walk on this journey, and this journey may be unknown for you. And that's okay, but you got to understand it all comes with that. Media it'll get on you. They'll have comments, and they'll have different things that they view of you. You will have to deal with people comparing you. Can you handle it emotionally? Handle it's no more time for excuses when you say, I'm trying to go into the side of the industry. So really count up the cost, strategize what you're going to do and how effectively. Ain't no, I'm gonna just post a video and it's gonna go viral. No, it don't always work like that. What if it don't work like that? What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right. That's a nugget for all y'all young folks that's watching here that want to get in the industry. Count up the cost. You don't know what you're getting into. Anything you're doing that you're passionate about has to be worth doing. That means if you ain't making no money doing it, you should be excited about it. And if it's something you're going after and the money is the single influence for you, then you got to rethink that, because money does not keep you going. Guess what keeps you going? The vision that God has put on the inside of you. That vision is what's going to push you. It's what's going to drive you. is what's going to be burning on the inside of you so much that you cannot let that thing go, you know. And the passion, the thing that you're good at, is only a vehicle to get God's word to the people that he's trying to reach, period. I can only write the way I write because God needs to get a message to some of his people that are attached to the ministry that he's given me, you know. So those things are so important. You got to understand that stuff. It's so important. I had another question in mind. It slipped my mind because I started going off on the tangent. but I love it though. I love you know, even this direction and encouragement for those who are coming up, because I see it so often. I do the mentoring and I work with some kids that, and they always, oh, Miss Tranell, you know, we always got to hear about the God music. We always got to listen to the God music. But guess what? At the end of the trip we be on, because we'll play some basketball games, maybe out of state or out of town or whatever. And by the end of that trip, they singing along to those songs. They don't know, you know, what kind of influence they just been put under. You know what I'm saying? They now are singing these songs. They know every song. Now they mocked it. They like, but guess what? The lyrics are coming out their mouth. You know, and that's what I tell them all the time. I laugh at them because I think it's cute. Keep playing. You gonna talk yourself right into a blessing. Talk yourself right into that lifestyle. And because of the type of music, you're drawing a new set of people, a new age group, the next generation. They need something that's gonna draw them, you know, and it's gonna keep them. I still listen. When I first got saved, I started off listening to like J. Moss, Kenton Jones, and what's his name? Deidre Cadden. Like those were the ones I started with. And I'm like, what? This sound like some R&B, you know, it kept my attention, you know what I'm saying? But then I started listening to the words, and I kid you not, today I was looking at somebody's post on Facebook, and they had Kenton Jones on there, Worshiper. Now, something about that song, every time it comes on, tears just begin to flow, because I can't sing or nothing, but I love music. So I believe that that is there for a reason. You know, I'm in the industry for some kind of reason, you know, the passion, because I can see the truth. And when people are saying it when on stage, I'm not moved by just you going up there and you sound good. You'll see me standing in the crowd and I'm just looking. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a difference. You get what I'm saying? So if I know the difference, then someone else looking knows the difference. And we're not reaching people just because we sound good, you know? And my job and my goal is to expose those that I know are preaching the message of God through the things that they do. And that's why I reached out to you, Miss Sasha, you know, because we have to do that. We have to do that. We can't be scared. It's time out for all that. All right, so I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I'm going to shut up. 30 seconds to inspire the viewers right now, and just encourage them with some words that God may have put on your heart.
The word of God says that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
Hey.
And in due season, you know, we're planting a lot of seeds. We're recording a lot of things. We're going to different churches or in sowing into a lot of people's lives. Understand, you will reap the harvest. Understand, run and don't faint. Run and don't faint. That's the thing that's stick with me ever since last year to this year, and I share with everyone: run and don't faint. Doesn't matter if you financially have the finances to do what you need to do. It doesn't matter if the people are supporting you. It don't matter if you're getting the likes on social media or no likes, if you're going viral, if you're not going viral, if you know what I'm saying? It does not matter. Keep going forward with what you got, There's so many resources around you. There's so many people that's in your corner that you don't even know, but keep staying before the Lord concerning your purpose, and keep running and do not faint. Sometimes your favor is in other people that you think it's going to cost you money to get there, it's going to cost you nothing. It's the favor of God on your life. So continue to stay forth. It doesn't matter if there's 10 other female rappers around you looking like they're soaring. If it's other artists around you that look like they're soaring, God has something special designed just for you. We're all pieces of the body, but together we work together. So keep doing you. Keep doing what God called you to do. Run and do not faint.
Yes. Amen. Amen. And amen. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I hope you guys got that. Run and do not get weary. Do not get weary in well doing. Come on, guys. That's a word right there. All right, Miss Sasha, tell us where we can support you, follow you, make sure that we stay connected with you, where the viewers can go out and maybe see you live. Tell us what you got going on.
All right, guys. I would love for you guys to stay connected with me. I have a new album coming out. First album ever. Woo! Next month. So I need you guys to know dates. I will be going international to London in October. Stay tuned for that as well. It's a powerful testimony that should be well. So it's connect with me at Shasha Music, SHAMUZIK.com. ShashaMusic@gmail. If you guys would like to book me, I'll come out to your city, come out to your state, and just share what the Lord is doing. Also, too, Shasha Music on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find me. All my social media handles are Shasha Music, SHASHMUZIK. Boom.
Boom. All right. All right. Thank you so much. We were so happy to have you on, Queen, and you are beautiful both inside and outside. And we just going to continue to support you and continue. You know, we got you. We're going to continue to support you, continue to make sure that, you know, we put your music out there for the ones that are meant to hear it. And I just believe that so many lives are going to be changed because of it. So please keep doing what you're doing. Keep ministering and pouring into those who are attached to you. All right, sis?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. And thank you for inviting me on your show.
Amen. Gotcha, gotcha. We're going to be live somewhere. I'm going to catch you somewhere live. All right. But thank you again. Guys, stay tuned. This was Live Beyond the Beat with our special guest today, Miss Shasha Music. All right. You guys stay tuned because you're about to see Shine, our official music video by our special guest of the evening. So you guys say bye-bye, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you so much.
Are you ready? Let go. It's time to shine. Yeah, woo! Banana boat, Shasha, hey. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's shine. We gon' shine. You gon' shine. We gon' shine. We gon' shine. Hey, I gon' shine. You gon' shine. We gon' shine. We gon' shine. And there ain't nothing to it, yeah. I gon' shine. You gon' shine. We gon' shine. Let's get it. I gon' shine. You gon' shine. The light. Ha. Shine. Gotta be right. Radiators light. Futures in sight. When it takes flight. Shining is my life. Yeah, that's right. Shining is my life. Yeah, that's right. It's a dark world. Plenty dark days. People losing hope and losing their way. Stressing out from the struggle daily. Too many walking dead. Too many digging grave. I heard that love was the answer, and I believe that true. And that the hate is the cancer that destroys the truth. See, I got that light, and you can shine too. Go ahead and go, baby. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't let the cares of this world dim your light, boo. Shake it off, shake it off. We gon' shine through. Don't let the cares of this life dim your light, boo. Shake it off, shake it off. We gon' shine through. Hey, hey. Let's shine, let's shine. Go become a student. What's your lifestyle rise? Got people clueless. Even though you're human, try and your newness. Take advantage of the life opportunist. Better know that you're cold, you got purpose. No matter what the world says is try to hurt you. You more than what they see on the surface. Go ahead and tap into your greatness so you work it. Don't let the cares of this world dim your light, boo. Shake it off, shake it off. Go ahead and shine, shine. Don't let the cares of this world dim your life, boo. Shake it off, shake it off. Hey, shine through. We gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine, boo. We gon' shine, we gon' shine. Hey, we gon' shine. Come on, we gon' shine. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. Nothing to it but to do it, baby. Hey, I'm gon' shine, you gon' shine. Let go, let go. Hey, let's get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's get it. Ha. Go. Let's get it. And there ain't nothing to it, yeah. Shine, 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 shine. Get it. Hey. What up, this your girl, Sha Sha. Came to bring you I'm way. No stress, drama free. We about to live this life. Let go. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. 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 Just to see another day, smile on my face. I got a new walk with a two-step. Yeah, no bad vibes coming through this place. I got a new talk, walking in new grace. A little bit, but don't call me cocky. Playing on my life, so don't try to stop me. Confidence, baby, that's what I do bring. Call for a purpose, that's what you do see. Carefree, refined, boast up, let's shine. Got favor, divine, royal priesthood, true bloodline. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. I got my peeps represent your tribe. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Haitian queen turned up, yeah, too high. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. 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 I'm way. Let's go. Let's see another day, smile on my face. I got a new walk with a two-step. Yeah, no bad vibes coming through this place. I got a new talk, walking in new grace. A little bit, but don't call me cocky. Playing on my life, so don't try to stop me. Confidence, baby, that's what I do bring. Call for a purpose, that's what you do see. Carefree, refined, boast up, let's shine. Got favor, divine, royal priesthood, true bloodline. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. I got my peeps represent your tribe. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Haitian queen turned up, yeah, too high.